I'd say the club is like really big because they've got like Heaven First team. Obviously, the squad's been quite light this season due to numbers, but we've also got a women's team. We've got a reserves team, got an academy side, and we've got a junior section which is the biggest in the country. It's incredible because they give opportunities to players to showcase their skills. We've got a player who's actually been at the club since the age of 4, and he's recently been in the first team this season. And it just shows the opportunities that the club will give to players like that, because it just shows that if you work hard, anything is possible.
Some of them are just, there for the enjoyment of running around. Others, as they move up the ladder, they become more professional. And we've got an awful lot of incident where we've actually produced good footballers for the professional. Dan Neal is a local lad who's spent a lot of time in Kevin Juniors, and he's now captain of Sunderland.
Started back when I was literally just a bairn, about 3-year-old. Ever since, obviously, I was growing up, got scouted by a couple of academies. Obviously, that didn't work out. Come back to Hebburn and just progressed through all the youth teams, and eventually got the first team where I am now.
Trying to get a couple of bodies in. We brought a lad back from loan, and then obviously in the summer we're always looking to strengthen, so try and get some exciting signings in for the club.
Really enjoying it. Start the season well, a good group of lads, good manager, and really enjoying the experience I'm getting. Obviously the manager, so hopefully I've impressed enough to stay for the next season.
And then Macclesfield, I think it'll be a nice occasion for people in the club because of where it came from. We've got an ex-football league side coming here, and we'll give it everything we've got. Some of the lads have just picked up injuries. It's been a tough first half of the season, and unfortunately it happens. Lads go to work all day, come to football, and then they're picking up injuries. Part and parcel of the game. We've just got to crack on with it.
The struggle has been down to injuries, which again, it's going to affect the sort of team performances, because when you haven't got them players starting after sort of a run of games, it's frustrating just for them.
We're struggling for players, so we'll have about 12 or 13, so we've got to come up with a plan to try and get a result.
We did. We started off really well, and we won, 4 or 5 of the first games. And then you look at perhaps your squad, and you might get a couple of injuries, at the wrong end of where you don't want the injuries. You're limited in terms of what you can carry through the season.
Then that player who's injured, when they come back from injury, they've then got to work hard to get themselves back in the team, because that player who's then impressed the management has took their role. And, all the lads, like I said, work for each other. If you don't work together and the togetherness isn't there, you're not going to be successful on the pitch.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make, we're a community club. But it's great to have the kids around. It's great to have their parents around. We've got supporters from the age of 3, and we've got some of our what we call Hebburn hecklers, the oldies that are in the 80s that still come to watch. So everyone will go away pleased today.
Well, obviously I want to play at the highest level I possibly can. That's in the incentive for every player. But like the club's ambitions, they always want to progress, and I'm the same.
look at where we've come from as a club, 8 years ago, we were getting 36 turnout. To watch a game today against top of the league, we've had 738 turnout. Good atmosphere. Good to see all the junior club kids getting involved in their parents, and we've put on a really good display against a top quality side. So really pleased with that.
So yeah, I thought we started off the season very strongly. Sort of went top of the league after the first couple of games, which is nice because we knew it wouldn't last long. But we started to pick up wins, sort of sat amongst the playoffs for quite a lot of the season.
We'd have thought a team like Mattersfield coming to a town like Hebburn, these are top of the league, they're really good at what they do. But I wouldn't say dominated as a team, but we definitely made it difficult for them, but us, holding them to a draw, and we could have won it, to be fair, at the end, but that's football.
Yeah, Tom, not from Macclesfield. Yeah. I thought we were disappointed. I thought you guys played really well. I thought a draw was a fair result. I thought we didn't look like we were going to score for a while. We got a goal with 10 minutes to go. I think you guys were happy to get a draw at the end, and it was probably a fair result. It was 4-1 at the Moss. I thought you were unlucky that day. Your guy up front, I forget his name, played really well. I thought you were a good side. Definitely didn't deserve a 4-1 defeat that day.
We can't dwell on it. It's gone now. Move on and enjoy the second half of the season. We're in an unbelievable position.
So this season the target was to get 50 points, which would ensure a safety, and we managed to achieve that, and the club were happy. Anything's possible if you put your mind to it, and I think the management will hopefully look to push on, next season, because I feel like we deserve to be higher up that table.
The team in a very short period of time have reached step 3 in the FA Football League. They've never ever been anywhere near that before. Obviously they came to step 6 and 7, and 5, 4, etc. It's the highest Hebburn club that they've ever been, and it's hard.
We're punching above our weight at this level, and like I said, the lads have done extremely well to sort of keep us up and keep us in that position we've been in all season, because we've never really, in my opinion, been out of games. We've always been in them, but there's always been teams that have had them better players.
Some of the teams are fully professional. We have Matlock, Macclesfield in our league this season, who actually won the league. They're managed by Robbie Savage, and they're fully professional.
Obviously, if we sort of somehow got promoted into the next league, we're going to the National League North, which is 2 off the Football League, which little old Hebburn, 5-10 years ago, you wouldn't have thought that they'd be in that league.
It is hard football, and we managed to stay up in the Northern Premier League this one season that we've been in. So we'll be there next season, and that's what you need to aim for. That you need to maintain your presence to that level.
I think the club would like to sort of push on if they can. We played a lot better in the games that we lost, but it's just the fine margins that make that difference, which from I'd say from their perspective is very frustrating.
And we are being joined by, or could be joined by, other leagues, other teams in the leagues below us that we're familiar with. But it is hard football.
It's a community club. You know, they want that community feeling because it's sort of nice to have that around the ground because the atmosphere is then positive. And again, that's sort of key because, you know, if you've got a negative atmosphere, you know, that's not going to sort of work with the players and the management and sort of affect them. But if it's positive, which it is, you know, the club continues to thrive and it's really nice to see. I think obviously all the players and the management would have learned things in the season, you know, based on, you know, how the performances on the pitch went, because, you know, they determine what results you get, whether it's a win, loss or draw. You have to accept it and move on because that's just part of football, unfortunately.
So you've always got to do better than what you've done the previous season. So, you know, wherever we finish this year, the aim next year will be go, you know, one better, and if we can do any more, then we'll look to do that.
I think so far we've done the club proud and put it on the map, so the aim is to continue to do that.